The richest families that secretly run the world. What are they up to? The very idea that a group of people secretly control and run the world comes off to many people as sheer conspiracy theories. But who can blame them? It beats rational reasoning that the world's most powerful families would control about 99% of the wealth and leave the rest of us to fight over a meager 1%. These families come from a bloodline of billionaires and are said to control every sphere of life, be it politics, entertainment, business, media, and even terrorist organizations. If we go by Forbes rankings, there are several more families that have managed to have bloodlines of billionaires. These families control businesses and companies that directly or indirectly affect a large world population. While many may not be as popular as others, they influence world decisions either by lobbying or by their immense contribution to society. So who are these families and what do they control? In this video, we look objectively at some of the world's richest families believed to run the world. The Rothschild family. If you've lived long enough to hear the Rothschilds' name, then you know it's one name that cannot be pushed aside when it comes to power and influence. For over 2 centuries, the Rothschild family has frequently been the subject of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories have revolved around the fact that the family controls the world's wealth and financial institutions, or encourages or discourages wars between governments. The Rothschild family is arguably the most famous European banking dynasty in modern history. In the late 18th century, Mayer Amschel Rothschild, family patriarch, founded his first banking house in the German town of Frankfurt. With the help of his sons, the business grew internationally. Over the centuries, through direct and indirect means, Rothschilds are into diverse business sectors like finance, real estate, energy, and mining, through which they earn billions of dollars in revenue each year. As a result, the Rothschild family has come to own stocks of every major company in the world. The Rothschild family has a $100 billion fund to invest in stock markets of major nations like the New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, and Tokyo. Some of these companies include Meta, or Facebook, Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon, Visa, Starbucks, Bloomberg, Qualcomm, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, PepsiCo, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Hewlett-Packard. Also, the Rothschild family has been in the winemaking industry for 160 years. Today, the Rothschild family owns many wine estates in France, Italy, South America, South Africa, and Australia. The Rothschild family is said to control over 70% of total wine sold in Europe through direct and indirect means. The Rothschild family controls over 25 banks and investment companies across the world. Rothschild has equity investments in 8 out of the 10 biggest financial institutions in the world. N.M. Rothschild & Sons, an English investment bank, does most of its business as an advisor for mergers and acquisitions. Paris Orleans S.A. is a financial holding company owned and controlled by the Rothschild Company. Rabobank Group, the leading investment and private bank in the Netherlands, is also owned by the Rothschild family. If they're so wealthy, how come they don't rank among the listed wealthiest people on the planet? Your guess is as good as mine. But to avoid swimming in the waters of conspiracy theories, we'll leave things here. The Rockefeller Family. When John D. Rockefeller died in 1937, his assets totaled 1.5% of U.S. economic production. As John's legacy grew, his family became one of the most powerful in the world. There are certainly many relics of the Rockefeller family's long history, including the infamous Rockefeller Center in New York City, which is home to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, among many other things. The family's family and business archives have been closed to researchers. As such, the combined wealth of the family is hard to ascertain. However, we know the family's company, Standard Oil, had to be broken up when the Supreme Court in the U.S. ruled it operated under an illegal monopoly. This brought about the ExxonMobil and Chevron Corporation of today. In its heydays, Standard Oil was the largest petroleum company in the world, and its success made its co-founder and chairman, John D. Rockefeller, one of the wealthiest Americans of all time and one of the richest people in modern history. Over the past century, the family has had its hands in politics, business, investment, real estate, and practically anything that increases their power, influence, and control in the U.S. and the world at large. Like the Rothschild family, the Rockefellers are not bothered about financial rankings. Their real strength lies in the influence the name commands all over the world. David Rockefeller was once quoted to have said, "For more than a century, ideological extremists at either end of the political spectrum have seized upon well-publicized incidents, such as my encounter with Castro, to attack the Rockefeller family for the inordinate influence they claim we wield over American political and economic institutions. Some even believe we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists and conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty, and I am proud of it." The Walton Family. According to Forbes, the Walton family is the richest in America. Americans may argue that they're also the richest in the world. Their wealth comes from their stake at Walmart, which is the world's largest retailer by sales. The stakes are held by 7 heirs of Sam Walton, who was the founder of Walmart. The top 3 richest heirs include Jim, Alice, and Rob, who have net worths of $66.2 billion, $65.3 billion, and $65 billion, respectively, according to Forbes. Walmart is a retail behemoth, founded by Sam Walton in Arkansas in 1962. Rob Walton served as chairman for over 2 decades and remains on the board, alongside current chairman Greg Penner, his son-in-law. The Walton family also owns Arvest Bank, which operates 16 banks in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. Walmart is one of the world's largest companies by revenue, with a large number of employees. It's been stated that if all Walmart employees were to form a city, it would be America's 3rd most populous city. That's made possible with its estimated 10,500 retail stores all over the world. Walmart is heavily patronized because of its low-priced products, although they've come under fire for labor practices. The Mars Family. The Mars family is a 4th-generation family that is known for its candy. The century-old company is Mars Incorporated and is the maker of Mars bars, M&Ms, Twix, Milky Way, and a whole lot more. You'll be right to tag them as the Walmart of the candy and chocolate world. But Mars Incorporated today has diversified from just candy manufacturing to pet care, Mars Wrigley Confectionery, Food, and Edge. Internationally, the company is known for its M&Ms and is said to produce more than 400 million daily. Unlike most wealthy families, the Mars family is generally known for being secretive. Not until recently, it was hard to get an interview from any member of the family. They keep it to themselves and are rarely in the public eye. The Koch Family. The Koch family is mostly known for their engagement in politics. The family business Koch Industries was started by Fred C. Koch, who found a new cracking method for refining crude oil into gasoline. Fred had 4 sons, Frederick, Charles, David, and Bill, but only 2, Charles and David, were famously referred to as the Koch brothers. Before David died in August 2019, he and Charles built a political network of libertarian and conservative donors and funneled financial revenue into television and multimedia advertising, funding university professorships, and lobbying for policy positions, all aimed at furthering a conservative agenda. The House of Saud. This is the ruling family in Saudi Arabia. The family has ruled Saudi Arabia for over 330 years and controls the nation's natural reserves. The nation's crude oil reserves make it a major player in determining the world's oil price. Although the family is said to comprise 15,000 members, it's a known fact that only about 2,000 command the power and wealth accrued to the family. Saudi Aramco is the nation's oil company and the world's most profitable company. The family is known to control about 98% of the company, giving them a lot of power in the industry. As one of the leading sectors of the world economy, Saudi Arabia, and by proxy the House of Saud, wields a lot of influence and power in today's world. With the way the world is designed, there will always be a select group of people who control and run or are capable of influencing governments. While many of these families have bloodlines that cut across several generations, new powerful families are silently emerging. Do you know of any wealthy family with a living bloodline who still secretly controls and runs the world? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you found this video informative and entertaining, please share it with your friends. And kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring videos. See you in the next video.